I have some students, they want to listen later, okay? Okay, now I will share the screen. Yes. Okay, now people are interested with the idea of love and compassion, right? So that is in terms of understanding. Now, if you want to practice love and compassion, so love in Pali we call it metta, loving kindness. Wisdom we are referring to the vipassana practice. So we can practice them together, but before we practice, we need to see the difference, right? Because these are actually separate practice. Now, if you want to practice metta or love, the object is myself. You can practice love to yourself, practice love to others, which is the object, means object for the mind, right? So you need to have a perception of beings, means that you think about myself, others, and so on. These are perception of beings when they are alive. And trying to practice metta is when you are talking to others, right? So when you are associating with others, you can practice metta. Like when you talk with people, how do you talk? How do you talk to people? Just talk. No. When you talk to people, if you talk with elderly, you need to be more polite, right? Yeah. Okay. For example, when you know Asian culture, when you give people elderly, we give it 2 hands. Right? Why? Respect. Okay. Some give with 1.5 hand. You know why this? It's called 1.5. But actually, the best is 2 hands. Unless it's quite far, you cannot like this. You have to a little bit far like this. Yeah. So normally we give hands. That's how we show our respect by the body reaction. And how do you show metta, loving kindness? Okay. So by smile. Right? So when you talk to people, you need to have a friendly tone, and you need to little bit smile. So when you smile, is make your face soft. Okay, make your face soft. So you can look at people like this, which actually they say it makes yourself feel better, and also makes other better. So when you connect with others, you need to practice metta, right? So that's talking about if you want to radiate very strong metta, when you sit down, calm your mind. Like just now, your mind is not shakeable. So at the sitting place is the best place to practice metta. But if you want to practice vipassana, which call it the wisdom type, the object is totally different. You don't take on the idea of beings. You just focus on ultimate truth, which is on the nama rupa, which is in Pali. Nama, which is the mind. Rupa means the body or 5 aggregates, right? And you can practice vipassana at all time, at all postures, at all places. So actually it's very simple to practice. As long as you have mindfulness, you can practice this vipassana, or we call it insight meditation, right? Sometimes there are various translation, which is we call it okay, all right. So it's good to be clear about this, because if not, sometimes you get confused. There are different practices because the object is different, the perception is different, the time also different, right? Now, normally vipassana we practice based on the 4 foundation mindfulness, and metta have 2 types, whether it's limited or specific, right? So I will explain later. So result of practice metta is calm and peaceful only, right? But if you practice vipassana or insight meditation, you can let go of the greed, hatred, and delusion, which we call it 3 poison. And metta, loving kindness, is on the way, and vipassana support the noble eightfold path. Now, okay, let's talk about metta, love. Alright, so metta, the Pali word we translate as loving kindness, meditation. Give us the 11 benefits, including peaceful sleep and protection. For example, one sleeps easily, okay? One wakes up easily. One see no dream, right? Now these three actually are connected to each other, right? So how do you sleep easily, right? This means that before you fall asleep, you can slightly spend some time think about metta. You say, may all the beings be well and happy, right? So you use a very simple English. May all beings, or may everybody in the house, everybody in my neighborhood, right, be well and happy, or has no trouble, right? So metta means it's just a kind, compassionate thoughts towards others. So if you radiate loving kindness before you fall asleep with a kind and gentle mind, so you can fall asleep easily. That's why we call it sleep easily. Can you follow? Now, when you sleep easily, then you don't have no evil dream, because when your mind fall into deep sleep easily, you get to deep sleep and your mind will not be troubled by too many thoughts. That's why you don't see evil dreams or bad dreams, and you wake up easily. You don't like twist and turn before you wake up. So that's the benefits of metta. And when you practice metta, because you always have smile, you're very compassionate towards other beings, so people see you, they like you naturally. You know, they feel that you are very friendly, you are a very nice person, so you are dear to human beings, and you're also dear to non-human. Non-human means be talking about devas or animals and so on. So wherever you go, the deva, the divine being will protect you. Even animals will love you. You know, you actually can see in terms of dogs. You know, dogs are very near to human. I think we all know the dogs they are very sensitive in their own way. So we can see in our center we have 7 dogs. Why we have so many? First is for protection, right? Because sometimes night time when we all sleep, sometimes there might be some trouble. So the dogs take care of the place, and the workers come. Sometimes the last time when we still doing some project, the workers come. Some of the time some of the workers the dog like it. Some of the workers they don't like it. You know, they are very sensitive. There are few reasons why they don't like it, because maybe the behavior of the workers is cruel or very harsh. They like it. Another reason, if the workers they eat dog meat. It's true. Like yeah, in Myanmar people eat dog meat. Like they say, if you go to forest, don't eat snake. Yeah, because wherever you go, maybe the snake will know you eat their kinds. Right, it's true. Yeah, right. Snakes. The smell, because when we eat something, our body give out the smell, right? So if somebody eat the dog's meat and they walk around, you know, because the dogs they bark in one way, they don't like it, right? Yeah. So but if somebody who have loving kindness, okay, for example, like just now we go to the near what is the what Kisap and what they what, there are a few dogs, you know, but the dogs are happy to see us, because when we see the dogs, now when you go to unfamiliar place and you see a many dogs, 4 or 5 dogs together, what should you do? You should practice loving kindness, so you are dear to non-human. How you practice is when you go to a place with many dogs, first make sure your behavior don't be so harsh. You know, you don't go like this, like this. They will get scared with your sound, right? So make sure you approach the place gently. That's one thing you do. Another thing, when you reach there, you make sweet sound. You know, listen to your sound. The vibration of your sound will actually give the signal to the dog whether you are friend or enemy, right? So when you go there, what we do is that we say, hi, like how are you? You look so fat. The monks give you good food, you know. You look so cute, so pretty, you know. When you make some friendly sound, The dog, actually, you can see, when the dogs like you, what do they do? Boy, when the dog like you know what happened to the dog? The tail, the tail. The tail. The tail of the dogs will be like this. So when the dog don't like you, what happened? The tail is straight. Straight. Yeah, so yeah. That's how we see. Because the dog don't talk like human, but from the body gesture, then we can see whether the dog like you or not. So that's how we practice metta. Okay, so we adhere to non-human, including the devas and animals. It's very practical. Metta is very practical. First, we can see these 3 points is you sleep easily if you have just good thoughts of loving kindness just before you fall asleep. Very simple. You just think, may all beings be very happy, right? Okay. Then you wake up. The first moment when you wake up, also same. When you wake up, it's not, I want to see whoever messaged me in the morning, right? Normally you think. Sometimes, okay, please, when you sleep, don't turn on the Wi-Fi, because if you're going to sleep and then the notification ding ding dong dong ding ding dong dong, you don't fall asleep because your mind still dragged by the sound, and actually disturb your sleep. So switch off all the Wi-Fi, and the moment you wake up, the first thing you should do is think about it. Okay, may all beings be very happy, right? Okay, it's a very simple, just a kind of general well-being or concern for everybody, right? Or maybe you don't like, you think you're thinking about all beings is too much, so many beings, hundreds of millions, so difficult. So you just think, may everybody in this house, all right, seen, unseen, be very happy, right? So that's the things you should do to wake up easily. The first thought you should do is think about everybody be very happy, right? Then you adhere to human, and according to this is the Buddha teaching in the Anguttara Nikaya, the text there, the mind, the fire, poison, and weapon do not affect one. Okay, that's the story in the Buddhist teaching about one of the king. He gets so angry with his queen, right? Then he line out the queen and the attendants, and he used the weapon and try to shoot the queen. Then the queen asked the attendants and herself, they practice loving kindness to the king. Then the king cannot shoot the weapon. Then after that he put down, and after that he asked forgiveness from the queen, right? So she was protected from the weapon because she practiced loving kindness, right? And the mind become concentrated means that if you practice loving kindness, you can calm down and you can get good concentration or samadhi. And the more you practice, your face become clear and bright. That's important, not like confused. And then your eyes are confused. So if they does not attain higher states, means enlightenment, they will be reborn in the Brahma God, heavenly God, all right? So that's the advantage of practice metta. It's so nice, it's so useful, okay? So what you do is very simple, just a kind thoughts. Later we'll do it. So I go through the concept first. So there's the advantage of metta. Now, what is the advantage of vipassana? Vipassana means insight, all right? So we call it insight meditation. So this is the path for the purification of beings, means that get rid of mental defilements, for overcoming sorrow and limitation, for vanishing of pain and grief, for the attainment of the true path, for the realization of nibbana, namely the four foundation of mindfulness. So for vipassana, we are practicing according to these four foundation of mindfulness. Okay, now how should we practice metta? Right? Okay, just begin with the thoughts, all right? May I be very happy, may I be peaceful. Right? Now what you do is, now we're going to try just 5 minutes. So now you can close your eyes, make yourself sit comfortably. Okay, sit comfortably, put the hand together if you like, all right? And then just think about yourself, all right? Think about yourself, think about your body. And then just say very simple, may I be happy? Just tell yourself again. As I repeat, you also repeat in your mind. May I be happy? May I be peaceful? Right? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? Think about yourself. May I be happy? May I be peaceful? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? May I be free from mental problems? May I be free from sickness? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? Okay, so just think about yourself. And if your body has some uncomfortable feeling, just ignore it. Keep the body straight and calm and think about loving kindness. Send loving kindness to yourself. May I be happy? May I be peaceful? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? So may I be happy? May I be peaceful? So the object of the metta now is yourself. Just think about yourself again. May I be happy? May I be peaceful? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? So in Chinese, 愿我快乐健康，愿我快乐健康。So we can add on by putting little bit smile on your face. Just have a little bit smile on your face. Like you are very happy now. Put a little bit smile on your face, yes. And just think again. May I be happy? May I be peaceful? 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 Okay? Okay, now we're going to send loving kindness to our respected person. Think about your teacher or your father, mother, or any spiritual teacher, the person you really respect, maybe your boss or somebody. You have admiration because of their good qualities. So think about them like they are with you now and say to them, may you be happy, may you be peaceful. Say to your respected person again, may you be happy, may you be peaceful. May you be happy, may you be peaceful. May you be happy, may you be peaceful. So once you'll be able to send loving kindness to your respected person, somebody you admire him or her because of the good qualities in him. Now the next group is our loved one. So for those who have children, you can think about your children, your sons or daughter. Think about them and tell them, may you be happy, may you be peaceful. May you be happy, may you be peaceful. May you be happy and may you be peaceful. Okay, we can stop now. Alright, so this is we can stop now. Thank you. So this is an experiment of sending loving kindness to ourselves and our respected person and our loved one. Is it easy? It's very easy, right? Yeah. So why we need to say verbally like may I be happy, may I be peaceful? Because if we don't say verbally, first it might be difficult to arouse the emotion. That's one thing. Second thing is when we stop and doing nothing, then the restless thoughts will appear. So or it can be good, but normally with the thoughts are kind of like negative. So it's better we replace the thoughts. The way we say the replace the thought means we replace with good thoughts like may I be happy, may I be peaceful. Or in Chinese very easy, 愿我快乐，愿我健康，愿我平平安安。Right? Then when you think about, so the first thing we should do is always send loving kindness to ourselves, which is the foundation. Why we need to send loving kindness to ourselves is because if we don't love ourselves, we cannot love others. In a way, everybody is kind of like selfish, right? Okay, yeah, we can say everybody is selfish in one way. So we only love things connected to ourselves, right? So first you send loving kindness to yourself. After that, like just now we say, send loving kindness to respect the person. Person you admire them because of their good qualities, right? Maybe somebody who helped you in the past, your senior, your supervisor, or your parents or whatever, or mentor. Then after that, you send loving kindness to your loved one, your family members, your son and daughter, your good friends. After that, we send to the neutral person, neither we like nor dislike. There are people who belong to this kind of quality. Like you go to shop, you buy something, you see the person maybe one time, two times, so you don't have really particular good or bad feeling towards that person, right? So, or neighbor that you don't really know. Then finally to the difficult, unloved one, those you had conflict. So I think you all have such people, right? It's actually few reasons. Maybe simply they don't like us, okay, or simply we don't like them, okay. So we should practice our loving kindness up to 1, 2, 3, 4 first, neutral person, because to the difficult, unloved one, sometimes it's difficult to be practiced. Because the moment you think about somebody who scold you, your loving kindness disappear. Disappear to the thin air. So what we do is we practice the number one, love to ourselves, to the respected person, to the loved one, to the neutral one. When you feel that you have enough power, then you can practice loving kindness to people you have conflict with. Maybe somebody who scold you, somebody who reprimand you because of something. So as I say, it's either we don't love them or they don't love us. Right? Okay. Now people ask, how do you practice loving kindness to people you don't like? Right? How should it? The moment you think about that person, you feel evil. You don't feel happy. Do you have such person? You have. Last time, because in our center, because in Myanmar, Myanmar is a tourist place, like a lot of backpackers come. So last time we have young volunteers who walk, when they finish the school, they travel over the world. So sometimes they come to Myanmar. So one time we meet some of the foreigners, I forget which country, very young, about maybe German or whatever. Then I asked her, do you have any person you don't like? She said, I don't have, but I have one. I said, who is this? Donald Trump. Because at that time, because when we are in Myanmar for many years, we don't even know who is Donald Trump. After that, now we start to catch up with the world news because we are doing the missionary work, we are teaching. Now I start to read who is Donald Trump. Now I understand who is Donald Trump now. Okay. Oh, she's talking about Donald Trump. Okay. So she find it is somebody she cannot love for particular reason, right? So let's say if you want to visualize Donald Trump. Okay. So how to visualize? Just think about, it's very easy to think about him, right? So let's say maybe we don't use Donald Trump, any person you don't really like. So what should you do? First, forgive him or her. Let's say he scolded you in the past. Okay, maybe we give a particular reason, a particular example. Okay, for you, any person you don't like, you, how about the young one?
No particular of my
No particular. Okay, we'll be fine. How about you? Do you have any particular?
Yes.
No need name, just tell who, roughly who is it, customer or whatever.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what kind of person it is?
Like high voice.
High boss.
You do small things,
Uh-huh.
you get high voice back.
High boss?
Get scolded in like high voice.
Oh, okay. Somebody scolded you.
Yeah, but you just do like minimalistic things.
Oh, okay, all right. So when you visualize this person, how do you feel? Now, if you think about visualize, when you think about this person, how do you feel now?
I have like a bit anger.
Okay, anger, right? So anger and loving kindness, these are opposite.
Yes.
So when you have anger, you cannot develop loving kindness. So to solve this anger there are a few ways. First way is forgive this person, right? So I'll write down. Okay, so how to send metta to, we call it unloved one, right? So the first thing is forgive, right? You forgive this person, forgive the person, right? You can think about where, maybe you can think due to ignorance or due to maybe his personal problem, sometimes possible due to a personal problem, this person scolded me. Okay, you can think about this. Maybe at that time on that day is his bad day, bad day. So you happen to be there and then you make some mistake, he scolded you. So you have to learn how to forgive him. So
Many bad days.
yeah, okay. Many bad days. Yeah, okay. All right. So forgive this person. All right. And second thing, forget. You need to forget. All right. Forget and let go. On your part, you need to forgive and forget. No, forgiveness, forget and let go. Let go this person. Let go. You also let go of the anger. Right? Anger yourself. Right. So let's say even if you have anger, you just have to let go the anger. You cannot hold on to the anger, because the moment you hold on to it, you get more angry.
No, I'm not coming to this level that I ignore.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever is like slip and things like that,
Yeah.
when I pass, I just ignore.
Okay. Yeah, you ignore it, good. Yeah, this means that you'll be able to let go, right? Okay. So you'll be able to let go. That's good. Then another thing we call it accept karma. Accept karma means if the person scold you, there's a bad karma for him, right? And you be scolded is because you're bad karma. Do you get it? Why people scold you? Because you scolded people in the past. So what goes around comes around, right? So you have to accept the karma, right? That's a Buddhist teaching. Yeah, you see, what goes around comes around. You sow what you reap, Yeah, okay. For example, what it is, you sow what? Yeah. Last time you scolded some people, so now you'll be scolded, right? So that's why we call it, if like this is like you are in the process of cleansing your bad karma. Because somebody scold you, you should thank him. You are cleansing my bad karma, those my bad actions, because of my things, whatever I do in the past, it's already been cleansed by you. So thank you to you. Alright, so that's what we do. We send the metta to first we forgive, forget, and accept karma means on his side, no, not on it, okay? On his side and my side, okay? Both sides. Both sides. If he does something bad, he had to experience it. I've been scolded because of something I did in the past. Right? Because in Dhamma we have one we call higher teaching, we call Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma say when we see something bad, hear something bad, is because of what we did bad in the past. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. After you be able to do this, so it's very easy. You visualize the person and say, may you also, we actually, so you need to kind of like, maybe you cannot, if some people find it's difficult to visualize, so maybe you just either visualize or you just think about, we call it the unloved one, and also use the word, may you also be well and happy. Just like other things, right? So we need to think about, because before that we already practice loving kindness to ourselves, to our respected person, to our loved one, to neutral one. Now think about unloved one. We also say, may you also be very happy. We make it standardized, just like other beings. So in this way, your loving kindness is not only to your loved one, but you're able to send loving kindness to the unloved one. Okay? So if you can practice like this, that means that your metta is universal, universe. Not only to yourself, to respect the person, to loved one, to neutral person, and also to difficult, unloved one. Yeah. So if you can think about like Donald Trump, it's okay. If nobody to send loving kindness, you find it's not so, you don't have enemy, all right, or unloved one. That's how we traditional. All right. Now we come to some of the metta chanting. You all know metta chanting, right? So it's because you all don't have the book here, so we just follow the one. All right. So when we chant metta, how we chant? We chant traditional in Pali. Pali means Buddha's teaching, Buddha words. When we chant Pali, because we want to honor the Buddha's words, that's why we chant Pali. And Pali sound actually sound better rather than English, right? So when you chant Pali, you can chant slow. So Avera, right? Okay, start. Avera. No, not everything. This one. Oh, here, this one. Okay. Avera hontu, abhya baja hontu, amiga hontu, sukhi adana pariharantu. Okay, so there's one way you can do is like just now, either you say in English, may I be very happy, or you can chant the Pali. Once you are familiarized with the Pali, you can just chant it when you're radiating the loving kindness, you can chant Avera hontu, abhya baja hontu. But when you chant, you need to chant slow and make sure you have good vibration. When we say sounds and music, it seems like chanting is also sound and music. You need to have a good vibration so it reach the heart, reach your mind, reach your ear, so you calm down already. Okay, we chant again, but this time we make deep and slow and meaningful. Okay. Avera hontu, abhya baja hontu, amiga hontu, sukhi adana pariharantu. Okay, now we say in English. May they be free from enmity. May they be free from mental suffering. May they from physical suffering. May they take care of themselves happily. Right? So these are 4 ways we can radiate metta. So free from enmity, free from mental suffering. Mental suffering might like depression, sorrow, lamentation. Free from physical suffering means all the pain, ache, cancer, diabetes, or the body problem. And lastly, we wish may they be able to take care of themselves happily, right? Okay, that's important. Now, in Pali, so for example, if you want to, in Pali, we say 5 ways for all these are beings. The first one is Satta means beings. Panna is also means breathing beings. But actually, the even though the words little bit different, but it's all beings. So there are 5 ways we can recite this because good for us to learn the Pali also. So we recite the first one. Okay, this one. Sabe Sada Avera Hontu Avya Vaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sugya Dana Pariharantu Sabe Pana Avera Hontu Avya Vaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sugi Adana Pariharantu. Okay, now this is same thing, Sabbe Buddha and Sabbe Pula. So what we do is put the hand together. You can put it near your chest so you can feel the vibration. So now we are sending loving kindness to all beings. So we will start with Sabbe Buddha, right? Sabbe Buddha Avera Hontu Avya Vaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sugi Adana Pariharantu Sabe Pogala Avera Hontu Avya Vaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sugi Adana Pariharantu Sabe Adavawa Pariyapana Avera Hontu Avya Vaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sugi Adana Pariharantu. Okay. So this is a same meanings for all beings, whether breathing and so on. May they be free from enmity. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they take care of themselves happily. Right. So there's one way we can radiate loving kindness. Right. And this is another way where people sending the loving kindness throughout the whole world system. Right? So this is actually very good chanting. I really like it. So we can chant this one. This is talking about all the way to the top of existence, down to the Avicii hell, to all the beings living on the earth. May they be free from oppression, hatred, suffering, and danger. Then after that, repeat the same thing to beings in the water, then beings to the sky. Alright, so we recite. Okay, we put the hand together.
Let's recite together with me.
Udaya wabawagaja adoya wa awijido samadachakawalisu yesata bhattavichara abhyavajani veraja Bhadawa Udaya Bhagavata Adoyawa Avijo Samadachakawalisu Ye Sada Agasechara Adya Bhajani Veraja Nidukaja Nubadawa. Okay, very nice chanting. Yeah, it's very meaningful because it's talking about beings from the top of existence, means all the gods, down to those in suffering, the hell beings, right? Where the entire universe, those live on the earth. That's the first one. Second one is those on the water, and the third one is those on the sky. So you can think about all the birds and so on, right? So it's same thing. May they be free from oppression, hatred, suffering, and danger. So when we say the idea be free, means that we have compassion. So we wish that they are not in trouble, not hatred, no suffering. Okay, so that's the thing. To beings on the earth, water, and sky. So this is called comprehensive directional metta, right? So there are many types of metta. Okay, I think now you're all clear about what is metta, right? Okay, so very simple. So the object of metta is always, like say the very first one, to myself. That's why we start with myself, and after that start with respected person, and so on. That's the to others. It's a perception of beings. You must catch the idea of being. There's I, there's you, there's me. May everybody be very happy, right? So you can practice it when you connect with people, or when you're even when you're alone. You can just send a good thoughts. May all beings be very happy. Right? Okay, clear? If clear, I will change to vipassana. Right, talking about how you practice inside. Now, inside, when you practice, you need to focus on nama rupa, mind and matter. Okay, to this I open them. Now, when you practice vipassana, you need to focus on there are four types, we call it the four foundation mindfulness, right? Foundation means it's a base where it's the object of mindfulness. So you have body, feeling, mind, and Dhamma, right? So when you are sitting here, you can also, first thing you can be mindful of breathing, okay? So you can practice by mindful of breathing all the time, right? Say when you sit here, you notice the breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, okay? Actually, we are doing breathing all the time, but we do not aware of it. So either you can focus on here, where the air touching in, touching out, or normally in Vipassana center, they focus on abdomen. You have the abdomen here, rising, falling. So you can put the hand where it's just put the hand on the abdomen, on your tummy, right? And just close your eyes. Okay. You breathe normally. When you breathe in, the tummy will come up, or abdomen. When you breathe out, it will collapse. So you can focus on motion, the abdomen rising, falling, rising, falling. Okay, so just spend some minutes. So now, after listen to some Dhamma talk, so your eyes tired, you can just relax. Focus the mind on abdomen, rising and falling. Breathing in, breathing out. So focus, when you rise, you know. When you fall down, you also know. Okay. Focus on the abdomen rising and falling, rising and falling. When you breathe in, the air go inside your body, go inside your, make the movement in the abdomen. So there will be rise. So breathe out, the abdomen also move down. So this is called focus on the abdomen, rising and falling, rising and falling. So aware of how the air comes inside the body. So you move, breathe normally. Try to see the motion of the abdomen. Okay. Okay, so you can open your eyes now. So easy. Very easy, right? But when you not the abdomen rising, falling, you notice that you also thinking. The thoughts is thinking a lot, thinking about your mind is supposed to be on abdomen rising, falling, but it rests, it goes somewhere, think about this and that, you know. You might be here, might be thinking about your job, so on, right? So never mind, just come back again. So this is the first object you can do, breathing. So we remember we say the 4 foundation of mindfulness. The first foundation is called body, you focus on breathing. Second thing is posture. Sitting, walking, standing, lying down, right? So you be mindful of the body posture. So when you sit down here, when you close your eyes, the question is, how do you know you are in sitting position? How do you know? Okay, close your eyes again. So the question is, how do you know you are in sitting position?
Feel the sensation,
Where?
your buttock with the floor,
Okay, right? Okay, another one?
the
So yeah, this is correct. This is the first one. What is the other one? You feel the body sitting, right? You have the sensation of body sitting. The body sitting and the body lying down, the sensation is totally different. How you know you're sitting? Because you find the spine bone is straight. Yes, yeah, the back is straight. So in Vipassana, you cannot as sitting means that you see the body, the mind see the body sitting, and the bottoms, your buttocks touching the cushion. So we not two objects, sitting, touching, sitting, touching, right? There's a, we call it, try to mindful of the posture. Or alternately, you can note the breathing, abdomen rising, falling, rising, falling. Some people want to note abdomen rising, falling, but some people prefer to note the sensation here. Because when you breathe in, the air come in. You breathe out, the air go out, it touch the sound of touching point, right? So you can close the eyes and try to feel the movement of the air around this nostril area, right? Just 5 few minutes. Okay, try to find the air, the movement of air around the nostril. When the air breathe in, there's a touching point there. So when you breathe out the air, there's another touching point. You'll find some people like this place because it's they find it's easy. Alright, so you can open the eyes again. Right? Okay, so compare this point or abdomen rising falling. Which one you think is easier? How about which one? Which one you think is easier? Here or abdomen is easy, right? How about you? Yeah. How about you?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Abdomen. Okay. How about you?
This one.
This one. Easy. How about you?
Also here is
Okay, easier, right? Yeah. Okay. So either you here or here. So the idea is not the place. The idea is, are you able to mindful of the breathing, right? Because for foundation of mindfulness means you want to be, foundation here means the object of mindfulness. As long as you don't lose the object, so-called lose the object means you are not mindful of the breathing here or abdomen, but your mind go with the thoughts. When your mind go with the thoughts, it lost with the object, right? Okay, now after that, you cannot, when you practice meditation, you cannot the body sitting and then the buttocks touching the cushion or pillow. So sitting, touching, and not the abdomen rising falling. So there can be two primary objects, right? So this means that from here, so when you are doing sitting, so the object will be sitting, means that the body sitting and touching, or alternately, we call it the abdomen rising, falling, or breathing, right? So this is we call it the in sitting position. So this is we call it the primary object. Okay, primary object, because sitting, the body sitting and touching, the buttocks touching the floor, all this happen all the time. And your breathing or abdomen rising falling happen all the time. So it's primary object. But you have some, we call it other object or secondary. Secondary object means not come all the time. For example, after you sit down for some time, that you all sit down, you start to adjust your body. Why? Pain, right? Yeah. So you have unpleasant feeling, right? Unpleasant feeling like what? Pain, itch. Sometimes it's very strange, no? Like you feel very comfortable. Then after a while, you feel that there's itch here, each day, you know. Sometimes some of the meditators, they sit for some time, they feel like the ants is crawling over the body. Yeah. So there's a kind of like sensation in the body. But it's very natural, because as long as you have the body, the feeling will come. It's either, we call it pleasant feeling, we call it good feeling, right? Or unpleasant feeling, we call it bad feeling, right? So it's either one or the, or sometimes we have something we call it neutral, means neither good nor bad. Like when you're not abdomen rising, falling, the feeling is neutral, right? Okay. So how to contemplate it? Contemplate the feeling as it is. So one way we learn in Vipassana, we try to label it. For example, you label like pain, itch. Now, when we say the purpose of labeling, why do we label? Okay, like for example, you notice you label as pain, right? Why do you do the label? The purpose is try to distance from it. Because if you don't label, you feel very you take the pain very personally. Personally means that why do I have pain all the time? You know, you get very agitated. The pain should not be there. I only want good feeling. Means that you reject the pain because you wish for good feeling. So you take it very personally. But when you just label pain, you take it as like science, the scientists experiment something. The pain is there. What is the nature? How will it come? And why is it come? Why it change? You investigate it. So the purpose of label is make yourself like kind of like investigating, right? Instead of having aversion, you investigate the nature. Its nature. Can follow? Right. So you investigate the nature by notice the pain. For example, if you have a good feeling due to the aircon, you feel cool, right? You feel cold. Then you investigate the nature of cold. Is it very suitable, very calm. Then you see the attachment of the mind appear because of coolness, right? So it's stage by stage. Sometimes after the feeling you have, the next thing will come will be mind. Due to the pain, there will be aversion, evil, not happy. Due to the good feeling like acorn, you feel that very comfortable, then the mind greedy for it. So you can stay the stage, the body, then the feeling, then the mind, then finally when you be able to do 1, 2, 3, contemplate the thoughts and so on, then you go for Dhamma. Right? So this 4 foundation mindfulness is actually very systematic, taught by the Buddha. Then finally you go for others like 5 hindrances, 5 aggregate, 6 sense, but that's later, right? For beginners, you all just start with the body, then start with the feeling, and then the mind. That's quite enough for practice, like 3 days for the full-time retreat, alright? Okay, now you all need to go for toilet break, no? No, okay, so we're going to do some sitting, right? So as I say, first, primary object is not the body sitting, touching. Sitting means body sitting. Touching means your buttocks touch the cushion. Or you cannot the abdomen rising, falling, or the breathing, up to you, right? Then secondary object will come, right? So either pain or itch. So you don't go for secondary object all the time. Go for primary object, right? Okay. So sometimes got thoughts. But you don't note the thoughts because the thoughts, the moment you know that you're lost in thoughts, so just ignore the thoughts and come back to the primary object. Okay? So we sit straight. So uncle also sit straight, alright? Yeah, sit straight. Make sure your body is straight. The feet put flat on the ground for those who are sitting position on the chair. Okay, we just spend about 10 minutes. Right, so after that I'm going to show you our charity work. So just make yourself comfortable. So first you do is learn to relax the body and mind. So tell yourself, just do a kind of like sensation, check the body and tell yourself to relax, relax, relax. So tell yourself relax, relax, relax. Relax the mind and body. Relax, relax, relax. So the first thing you do is focus the mind on the body, aware the body is in the sitting position. So you're not sitting, sitting, sitting. Then aware your buttocks touching the ground on the cushion. So aware this as touching, touching, touching. So when the buttocks touching the cushion, you can feel some sensation there like hardness and so on. So simply just, this is a primary object, we call it sitting and touching. So not the body sitting, sitting, sitting. Alright? And then aware of the buttocks touching the floor, touching, touching, touching. So not as sitting, touching, sitting, touching. So beside this primary object, the other one is the breathing. Either you can knot at the nostril or focus on the abdomen rising and falling. So when you breathe in, the abdomen will rise. When you breathe out, the abdomen will fall down. So you're not as rising and falling. So it's good to do some mental labeling. So when it arises, you're not as rising. When you're falling, your mental labeling as falling. Okay, so do some labeling here. Okay, we can just practice 10 minutes. I will not say more. So focus on primary objects. Ignore the secondary like pain or thoughts. Okay, don't do the secondary object. Just focus on primary object. Okay, we can start now. 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes up. Right. So do you feel more relaxed or more sleepy? More sleepy. Okay, so there's a focus on the body, focus on sitting. Okay, one thing about Vipassana, you need to be clear comprehension, means that in daily activities, you also can do Vipassana. This means that whenever you are walking, standing, eating, bending, we just use the mind aware of the body. So nama rupa, mind and body, mind and body, mind and body. Right? There are other parts like 32 body parts, 4 great elements, and so on. Right? So basically, focus on body, then move to feeling, then move to the mind, step by step. Okay, and finally, more on the 5 hindrances. Like there are many things like greed, evil, sleepy, sloth and torpor, very sleepy, torpor, then worry and restless, then the doubts, right? Okay, there are many things. All these are very not easy to meditate because they come, we are actually lost in the light. When you have greedy mind, sometimes it's not easy. Evil, they are also not easy. So these are called hindrances because it disturbs the meditation, right? So it called hindrances. Okay. Now, systematic. You practice according to 4 foundation mindfulness, from the body to feeling, then mind and mental objects, from the gross object to subtle object. Okay. From familiar object like breathing, then move to other object like breathing to pain, stiffness, breathing to sound. Reduce the hindrances and increase the factors of enlightenment. Now, one thing you can do is single pointed focus on one open awareness. Means that, for example, when you meditate, you just focus on sitting and touching, or focus on breathing. You train yourself mindful on body first. Then after that, you train your mindfulness on open awareness. Whatever you do, the mind knows. When you like put the hand, you know. When you're eating, you know. When you're walking, you know. When you see something, you know. So we call it open awareness. For structured practice, sitting and walking to natural awareness at all times. Right? For momentary concentration, sustain application. So it is so on. So in detail, there are bodily contemplation. I think so. Maybe we just go for a little bit Q&A. If you want to know something or ask something related to this topic or any Dhamma things you want to ask. So we just last for a while, just go for Q&A. Right? So anything to ask? Or if you practice before and you have some question about what you practice. Okay, no question? Yes?
I don't understand what is Vipassana. Because Vipassana, let's say you mentioned, we are based on the Nama Rupa.
Oh yeah, Nama Rupa, yes.
It's contemplation on those based on the 3 characteristics.
Yes, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta.
Anatta and Dukkha, right?
Yes.
But what is not here is only based on the 4
Okay,
four foundations.
you don't understand about how you link the
How to
Vipassana.
relate? Because Vipassana is that we are looking at it can be either mind, it can be either the
Okay.
Rupa,
Okay.
in the sense of 3 characteristics, right?
Alright, yes. Okay, so let's see. Let me go for it. Okay, now let's see. Now, just a simple chart for you all to see. Okay, now, you know human, right? We say human. What is human? Human is mind and body, right? Okay, mind, very simple. Okay, now, how do you call mind and body? In Pali, we call it nama. body is rupa, right? So based on nama rupa, you have the idea of body, but based on nama rupa, you have the idea of self, or this I, or being. Okay, so nama rupa we call it more. In a way, it's more truth, right? This self and being is just a concept. Okay. Now we say I. What is I? So for example, you say I, then you ask yourself, this self, okay, where is the self? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? So where is the self? Self is just a idea, concept or idea. Okay, for example, what is concept? Concept of table. Now when we say table, what is table? Okay,
flat surface and 4 legs.
4 legs and maybe blank surface or something like that. Right. Let's say, can you find a table with 3 legs? Can, right? Can you find a table with 2 legs? Possible. Can you find a table with 1 leg? Yes. Okay. So what is table? Table is something, a piece of, it must be flat, right? It must be flat and something to support it, right? So that's the idea. But in ultimate truth, it just minimally 1 leg, 2 things, right? Minimally 2 things. But if you take out of them, so you take out the leg, you put aside, and you take out the surface, you put aside. So where's the table? No table, right? No table. So table is a concept. So like human, you put together the nama rupa. Just remember this term nama rupa, right? You put the nama rupa together, so the idea of human self come to be. So if you be able to separate them with your wisdom eye, so where's the self? Where's the I? No more, right? Okay. So that's the idea. For example, we call it, this is a water, okay, cup of water. But ultimately it's made of grass and water. So if you take out it, you only see the grass. But if you melted the grass, there's no more grass. But this is a concept, right? So we are actually in a world, we are living in a concept. Now we say this house. What is house? You got the wall and the roof. So if you take out the roof, you only got walls. So do you call it house? No. So how do you call it?
Wall.
You call it wall. So so the house is concept. Okay, so that's the first thing for vipassana. You must understand the nama rupa is the truth. This self and being is a concept, right? So based on this idea, the next step you try to see is try to see using the table. Maybe I just wait. Okay. Now this nama and rupa, if you break down, this is talking about mind or mental or mind. So body, if you break down so-called the body, which is we call it the body here. In Abhidhamma, we are talking about like there are 28 metals and so on, right? Mind is 89, mind, chitta, consciousness, and plus the 52, right? And 52 mental factors. Now, mental factor is something that color the mind. For example, there will be, when the mind arises, it's supposed to be pure, but it colors things by the like greed. There's a greed mind. There's an intention. There's an effort, and so on. Okay, so there are many things which accompany arise together with the mind. So we call it mental factors. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea what is these mental factors, what is the truth, alright? So from this, you get this is we call it the truth, the object. Now, how are you going to meditate it? So based on the 4 foundation of mindfulness. So you focus on the body, so-called the body. Then you focus on the feeling. Feeling is actually inside these 22 mental factors. Then you focus on mind. Mind is the consciousness. Then you focus on Dhamma. Right? Yeah, it's okay. Go toilet. Yeah. So that's how we do. First, based on the truth, and we move on. Right? I think he's asking about this. Huh? He asked. Huh? Huh? What you ask? He asked about this. Huh? Wait for him first. Oh yeah, vipassana means when we say vipassana, the word vipassana means see. Okay, you see the truth. See in various ways. Try to see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Right? Anicca, dukkha, anatta. So in Pali we call it impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Now the idea of non-self we already said just now. Everything is made of the concept, alright? So this idea is concept. So you try to see means you understand non-self means there's no I, there's no me. Everything is just mind and matter, mind and matter, mind and matter, alright? Because when you go through detail, you can see 89 chittas, 52 mental factors. That's why is learning Abhidhamma is helpful to come to this stage for understanding. But generally, when you sit down in meditation, you just know the mind, the body, the mind and body. Okay, that's helpful. Right? Okay. Answer your question already.
How do we contemplate on that?
Okay,
When
just
we are
focus
in
on
the
it.
meditation, because as I understand the four foundations,
Okay,
this
yes.
is only train our samatha.
No. It's vipassana. Four foundation is vipassana. It's not samatha. Okay, let me show you. This is vipassana.
So it is only we are when we are in the mindfulness, so we are looking at the body, or it can be the
Mind.
body, the feelings,
Yes,
the mind,
yes.
and
Dhamma. Dhamma. Okay? It's either of them. Because when you sit down, they will happen by itself. Right? When you sit down, you don't need to look for object. You know? Vipassana means you are contemplating your mind and matter. The things will appear to you. So when you sit down, first you observe the body, then you observe the buttocks touching the floor. Then after that, or alternately you observe the breathing. So the breathing in and out, breathe in and out, or abdomen rising falling. So after that, then the feeling will come by itself. After you sit for some time, they will pain, itch. Or if you have good concentration, you feel good feeling, you feel calmness, happiness, which is under the mind. So this will come by itself. You don't need to look for it. Right? For samatha is different because samatha is a calm meditation like metta. You have to train the mind. So for example, may I be very happy? You have to kind of like concentrate on one point. So it's very different from vipassana. Vipassana, you should contemplate on things happen by itself. Okay, so any of them, there are many things that definitely will happen. So that's why vipassana is try to know the truth of us. Okay, follow? Alright, I think there's a yes. Nimitta is light, right? So when we practice samatha or even vipassana, when you sit down for a long time, sometimes due to good concentration, you will see some light. They are kind of like, if your concentration is not steady, there seems to be moving around. But in vipassana, we try to ignore them because this is not real. It just image come because of deep concentration, which we call it a light or sometimes we call it Pali nimitta. But we don't focus on it because it's not what namarupa. We will just need to focus on namarupa. Okay.
nimitta is 产相。
禅相对光还有等等。Okay. Alright. Alright. So just be clear when you practice this. As I said, the key point is metta is also samatha, but metta or samatha always on being. Vipassana always on ultimate reality on this one. Okay. So make sure you just focus on any of them: breathing, posture, clear comprehension, 32 body parts, 4 great elements. Okay, now 4 great elements I can briefly mention here. So later if you're interested, I can share the notes with you. Okay, now when we practice the four great elements, we are refer to the characteristic of four great elements, not the physical earth. So when, for example, we are referring to earth, we are talking about characteristic of like hardness, softness, roughness, smoothness, heaviness, lightness. Now you can feel this when you sit down for a long time. Sometimes you feel the body hard, right? Sometimes you feel the body soft. Sometimes when you walk, like you're doing walking meditation, you can feel the floor is rough. Sometimes you feel the floor is smooth. Sometimes you stand for a long time, you feel heavy. Sometimes you feel light, right? Then the characteristic of water is flowing. Like you feel hot, you feel the sweat flowing down. Or sometimes you feel body sticky because of cohesion, right? And sit down, you feel the body hot and cold. Okay, when we are noting the breathing meditation, actually we are noting the wind element. Okay, wind element means you notice the motion. Okay, motion means in and out, or the breathing here, in and out. So when you notice the breathing meditation, actually you are trying to see the wind element in your body. Okay, and how you can stand up or sit up because of supporting. Right? We can sit up because our consciousness generate a kind of wind in the body because it's supporting element that support your body. That's why immediately when somebody fainted, they will collapse because the consciousness does not generate the wind element in the body. That's why people when fainted, the first thing they do is the body collapse. When they die, also body collapse. Okay. So this one we cannot in our meditation, four great elements, which is easier to practice. Okay, so since we had time, you all know how to do walking meditation? Any of you try walking meditation? Okay, no. Okay, so yeah, you should. Very simple. Just do simple walking meditation but with mindfulness. Okay, you can walk in front of the house. This way. Okay, so first thing is keep the body straight. The eyes look 45 degrees down, alright? And before walking, we need to note the intention. Why we note the intention? Because we want to know the nama, right? Intention belongs to nama, to the mind. So note the intention, want to walk, want to walk, want to walk. Then step with the right foot. Okay. Then when you walk, eyes look 45 degrees down. Walk slowly, right? And make mental labeling in your mind. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay. You walk to the end of the path and then you stop. Now go back. This is we call it standing meditation. So you note the body standing, and then the feet touching the floor. So two objects: standing, touching, standing, touching. Okay. Then you need to turn, but before turning, not the mind, intention to turn, intention to turn. Then when you're turning, the mind observe the body turning. So turning, turning, turning. You need to label in your mind, turning, turning, turning. Then go back to standing meditation, not the body standing, the feet touching the floor. So there's a two object here, standing, touching, standing, touching, right? Okay, then after that, go back. Before you walk, you note the intention, want to walk, intention, want to walk, intention, want to walk, then walking. Okay. So go back, left, right, left, right. Then walk to the end. So when you walk, you just find a place to walk, okay, one way. And when you walk, make sure that each foot have their place. Right? Then you go back to standing meditation. Okay. Now intention to turn, intention then turning. Right? Now the body turning. Right? So in this kind of process, you are doing two, walking and standing. So go back to standing meditation, not standing, touching, standing. Observe the body standing. So when you close your eyes, you can feel the body standing and then the feet touching. Alright, now after you walk like say for half an hour, you can do more detail. More detail means second step, alright? So we call it lifting, dropping, right? Second step. So, okay, intention to walk, then lifting, dropping. So it's a little bit more difficult. Lifting, dropping. Slightly lift and drop. Not too big, not tall. So, lifting, dropping. Right, okay. Then after that same process, standing meditation, standing, touching, the intention to turn. Okay, as I say, you can show them the third step, just this direction, third step. Now third step is a little bit, after you do first step left, right, then second step lifting, dropping. Third step you can do lifting, pushing, dropping, right? Lifting, pushing, dropping. So you need to walk a little bit slow and spend a little bit more time. Observe the lifting, pushing, dropping. It's a 3-step here. Okay, alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, so that's how we do walking meditation. Right? Then intention, then turning, then go back to standing meditation, not the body standing and feet touching. Then intention want to walk, then go back to right foot. So by walking meditation, we always in full retreat, we can do 1 hour. Do the left, right, then lifting, dropping, then the 3-step, lifting, pushing, dropping. Okay. Right. So we don't feel bored. We can alternately change our body between sitting and walking, because after sit 1 hour, your body don't want to sit already, so you do walking meditation. So when you walk, you feel tired, you can go back to standing meditation, right? So that's why in what we say four posture, right? Remember we say there are 4 postures we can do. So 4 posture: standing when you sit down, walking combined with standing, and before you fall asleep, you can do lying down, right? So before you fall asleep, either you do vipassana or do metta. Metta is very easy. May all beings be well and happy, then fall asleep. Or even if you want to do vipassana, you lie down, you observe the body lying down, and the head touching the pillow. So 2 objects, lying, body lying, and then the head touching. So lying and touching, lying, touching. Okay, that's how we observe the body posture in the vipassana. Okay, the object is actually very simple. What you have in your mind and body, nama rupa, you just observe it. Now you can see the difference between samatha and vipassana, right? Samatha means there are 40 types of samatha. One of them is a metta meditation, metta bhavana. I think okay, we'll end here. We do some final chanting. If you all have no question, any last question? So we do metta chanting and we finish. Any other question? Right. Now, this is a chanting, but it's also practice. So we start with myself, then we start with my loved one, my mother and father. Then after that, we start with all the meditator, all the monks, and after that, all the supporter. Then start with the all beings. Then finally to the different direction, east, north, and west. All right. So as you chant the Pali, if you had time, you look at the English so you understand the meaning as well. Okay. So we can start. Put the hand together.
Let's recite together. Ahaviromi Abhyabajohomi Anigohomi Sukiyadana Periharami Amamadabidu Acariyaja Nyadimidaja Sabramajarinoja Awirahondu Abhyabajahondu Anigahondu Sukiyadana Periharandu Imasame Arami Sabe Yogino Awirahondu Abhyabajahondu Anigahondu Sukiyadana Periharandu Imasame Arame Sabe Bhikkhu Samane Raja Upasaka Upasika Yoja Awirahondu Abhyabajahondu Anigahondu Sukiyadana Periharandu Amagan Areka Devada Imasame
Awira.
Imasame Rivia.
Eh?
Okay,
Mawa ya adima Awirahondu.
Coba.
Mawa di ba? Amaga.
Okay, this okay, we are reset. Okay.
Amaga.
Amagan Chatupajaya Dayega Awirahondu Abhyabajahondu Anigahondu Sukiyadana Periharandu Amagan Areka Devada Imasame Vihare Imasame Awase Imasame Arame Areka Devada Awirahondu Abhyabajahondu Anigahondu Sukiyadana Periharandu Sabe Sada Sabe Pana Sabe Buddha Sabe Pogala Sabe Adabhawa Periyapana Saba Ijiyo Sabe Purisa Sabe Riya Sabe Nariya Sabe Dewa Sabe Manosa Sabe Vinipadika Awirahondu Abhyabajahondu Abya Paja Hondu Aniga Hondu Sukiyatana Pariharantu Dukkha Mukyantu Yada Lada Sampatido Mawigachantu Kamasaka Uradimaya Disaya Pachimaya Disaya Uttaraya Disaya Dakinaya Disaya Uradimaya Nudisaya Pachimaya Nudisaya Uttaraya Nudisaya Dakinaya Nudisaya Edimaya Disaya Uparimaya Disaya Sabe Sada Sabe Bana Sabe Buddha Sabe Bogala Sabe Atabawa Periyapana Saba Idiyo Sabe Purisa Sabe Riya Sabe Nariya Sabe Deva Sabe Manosa Sabe Vinipadika Avira Hondu Abya Paja Hondu Aniga Hondu Sukiyatana Pariharantu Dukkha Mukyantu Yada Lada Sampatido Mawigachantu Kamasaka Uraya Wabawagaja Adoya Wa Awitido Samata Chekawalisu Yesada Badawijara Abya Bajani Viraja Nidukaja Nubadawa Uraya Wabawagaja Adoya Wa Awitido Samata Chekawalisu Yesada Udekejara Abya Bajani Viraja Nidukaja Nubadawa Uraya Wabawagaja Adoya Wa Awitido Samata Chekawalisu Yesada Agasejara Abya Bajani Viraja Nidukaja Nubadawa. Okay, now we share Mary. Okay. Okay, let's recite together with us. Imano Punya Bhagan Sava Sadana Dema Imano Punya Bhagan Sava Sadana Dema Imano Punya Bhagan Sava Sadana Dema. Sharing our merits to the Tripada once. idano yatina hodu sukhida hondu yadayo idano yatina hodu sukhida hondu yadayo idano yatina hodu sukhida hondu yadayo. Share the merits with devas. Agasajaja bhumata devanaga mehediga ponyanda anumodidwa chirarakantu sasanam agasajaja bhumata devanaga mehediga ponyanda anumodidwa chirarakantu desanam Akasajaja bhumata devanaga mehediga ponyanda anumodidwa chirarakantu membranti. Blessing. Ayurarogya sambadi Seka sambadi mewaja Adonibana sambadi Iminade samejadu. Blessing to the all. Deva vasanti kalena Sasa sambadi hoduja Pijo bhavatu lokoja Raja bhavatu demigo. Okay, Adana, aspiration. Adai maya padi badaya Jaramanama perimoche sami Idame bonya asawakaya hodu Idame bonya nibbana sapachayo hodu Idame sila megapalanya nasa pachayo hodu Imina bonya gamena mame bala samagamo sadan samagamo hodu yawan nivana padiya sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Thank you for joining this session.
We're happy, healthy, wealthy, long life.
So it's quite late now, right?